guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Eddie. I hope you all having a beautiful day because today is another hot one. But the good thing is we're finally gonna go ahead and finish the rear brakes. I know in the other video I finished up the front. We put the nice big brake kit, we bled the brakes, everything was successful. Now it's time to touch the rear. And yeah, the brake system will finally be done. But today's gonna be a hot day. It is 100 degrees outside. Oh, she made me look bad. 99. So yeah, I got my water bottle handy, ready to work on the car. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna enjoy putting on the big brake kit, taking off these rusty, dusty, old rotors. That's probably straight from the factory, never been changed before, and bleed them as well at the same time. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me today, but it is exciting to have this chapter over. Because as you know, whenever you build a car, you do one thing at a time. But I actually got to run to Home Depot. I got to get some tin snips. That way we can cut up the rear brake dust. We'll be able to mount the rear rotors from there. So let me just park her in the garage and then I'll jump in the truck and head over to Home Depot. So right now I just parked her inside, but before we head over to Home Depot, I'm just gonna go ahead and jack her up. That way when we come back, we can just start getting to work. So I'm already breaking the sweat, but there we go, we jacked it up. Now for nothing, every time I jack up a car, I always make sure to leave the jack under. Because at the end of the day, if any jack stands ever fail for any particular reason, you just never know. At least the jack will be there for you. And I mean, I don't leave it so that it's being supported entirely by the jack, but in case it does drop even just a little bit, the jack will be there for me. All right, so let me just bring everything in, my little grandma cart over here, and then we'll head to Home Depot, get what we need. Alright guys, here we are. Let's go to Home Depot, get what we need real quick, and then circle back to the garage. I'm so ecstatic to finally have this big brake kit on the rear. Ooh, it's gonna look complete. Cause not for nothing, at the same time right now, looking at the front compared to the rear, it looks totally incomplete. It looks terrible, let me tell you. But yeah, today I plan to mount the rotors, adjust the e-brake, and bleed the brakes. But we shall see, guys, we shall see. And just like that, we're back. All right, so now let's start taking off the tires. Let's start getting down to business because I want to enjoy this car today, just at least a little bit. And it's pretty late in the day right now. Didn't wake up so early, but yeah, let's get to work. This one here should be a lot easier than the front, just because pretty much plug and play. The only modification we gotta make over here is snipping the dust brake shield. so now with the tires off, let's just take a moment to appreciate the old. Can't really appreciate that, can you? But alright guys, enough kidding around, let's get to work. I'm gonna go ahead and start off by taking off the caliper. It's basically, I think, a 14 millimeter. Let me just double check that. Alright, yep, 14 millimeter it is. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna use a wrench with a little leverage to take off the caliper bolts, which is 1 and 2. Let me just say, if you guys can get one of these tools, 14 millimeter, instead of using a traditional wrench, it'll make your life so much more easier. Yes, you're welcome on that one. So lucky for us, we have a good mounting point. We don't need an actual hanger or anything like that, so we're pretty much good to go. Now we're gonna dive into taking this off, and this just consists of, I think it's a 19. Yep, 19 it is. Alright guys, so right now I'm just using my breaker bar. It's a pretty tight fit over here, so I mean, it's not the tightest I ever had, but still, it's a tight fit today. So right now I got a 19 millimeter over here, a deep socket attached to my breaker bar. I'm just gonna go ahead and break this one and break this one on top as well. It's all about leverage, guys, let me tell you. When it comes to technique, that is your biggest and best friend. Because back in school, I don't know if I told you guys before, but back in my automotive school, high school, I would be struggling with a job, and all of a sudden my teacher would come. This is when I was a total noob. Do it in 2 seconds, and this guy would look like freaking Yoda to me, let me tell you, from Star Wars, in case you guys don't know. I was like, what? Alright guys, so for the top bolt, I just added an extension over here. That way I can have a little more leverage, and it's a little more back, because before it was rubbing on here and I had to actually angle it out like this if I wanted to move forward. But I'd rather just do it like this where it's nice and straight and I could kick it and make it work from there. So let's just tie that back in. There you go, guys. She's now broken. Let's go ahead and finish taking her apart. It should have came out in 2 seconds, but let me finagle this bad boy. Hey, there we go. Caliper bracket out. You hear all that rust falling? This rusty car. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, let's take this bad boy off too. Alright, so here we go. Oops. Alright, so I left the e-brake on. Let me just go handle that. Did you guys get that pun? No? Okay. Alright. It's a force of habit. What can I say? Alright, so now that the e-brake is off, this should come right off. Alright, so now that we're back here, we're going to go ahead and tackle the e-brake. We're going to disassemble it and put on the new shoes and everything that I have over there. Yeah, let me go get that real quick. Mask. Got some new shoes, and this should be the hardware. Ah, how pretty this looks. So much better than what is on the car right now. Like, this is what I have on the car right now, seriously a joke. Look at these springs, they're like leaning to one side. They look fragile as hell, not for nothing. It looks like a disaster waiting to happen. So guys, let's just take a quick snapshot of the way it's set up. That way we can put it in the same way it came off. Now get your little vice grips or whatever you have available. Right now I'm just using this because this is what I find immediately, but if you're putting on new material, I'm not going to be using this because at the end of the day these are like little cutting pliers, so yeah. If it cuts the spring, I really don't care right now. Alright guys, so there you have it. 1, 2, 3. She's now done. Yes, I know she's rusty. The new hub bearing still looking good from last time when we did the energy suspension in the rear. I did the master kit, but I was like, you know what, let me just replace this as well. So now that we're here, she's still looking good, feeling good, driving good. Alright guys, so right now we're up to this here. We're gonna go ahead and trim this bad boy because the new rotors are way bigger than these and we don't want any conflicts over here. And as you saw, there was very minimal clearance, so right now let's just snip this all the way around. I wish I could just take this off because look at how nasty this looks. So I may just do a little cut right here just to finish this off and bring it all the way around. What? I just heard the craziest thunder. Is this supposed to rain today? 30%, 3 or 4 p.m. and then late night will still be good. It looks like tomorrow is gonna be bad. Alright, cool. Let's continue. So of course I went ahead and I got Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee. I'm like a die-hard fan. Every time I get their tools, it's like what I expected it to be. Well, what can I say? They deliver. Every time I have a Milwaukee tool, even if it's a drill bit, just performs 10 times better. But let's go ahead, open this up and start snipping. I have to say thank you for being a great company. Thank you for always making great tools. Man, you guys are the best, and I hope one day we could be sponsored by you. Guys, ready to take a look at my masterpiece? Alright, so real quick, let's just grab the rotor, see how it fits. Ooh, power stop. So we don't need this one. Alright, so let's do a quick test fit. Alright. And we have clearance. Sweet. Alright guys, so we have some clearance. Check it out. But as you can see how much taller it is, right here where it would have pointed in, it would have been scraping all this. So you have to cut it at the end of the day in order to make this modification work. But damn, she looks so pretty. Can't wait, can't wait. Alright, let's get back to work, guys. So as a safety precaution, because of that clearance you just saw on the back, even though I'm satisfied with it, this right here, as you guys already know through my build, this car is extremely rusted. So at some point, just in case it flaps in the wind and it folds over, can you imagine how much that's going to scratch my rotor? So instead of having to worry about that or deal with that, and not for nothing, even look at this. I mean, I'm sure after I do this modification, I don't want to be looking at all that rust, even though I could definitely do like a rust converter on this. But to cover everything up right now is just so much. I'd rather just cut this thing all the way around. That way I don't have to see this ugly thing, nor do I have to worry about it at the same time. Wow, it's not like it's gonna start pouring for real. The winds are coming in. But not for nothing, I like working on the car while it's raining. It's weird. Yeah guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it all the way around. Nice clean cut. And yeah, that's my decision. So let me start cutting. And as you can see how rusted it is. It's seriously rusted through, guys. Look at it. Can you hear it? It's bad. So let me just do a quick cut all the way around. You don't have to do this part, but for me, without this lip, it's extremely flexible. Also guys, don't forget your goggles. I know I should have said that before, but yeah, don't forget your goggles. Last thing you want is something flying in your eye, you know? Safety first. That looks a lot cleaner. Alright, sweet deal. I'm gonna go ahead. Now that this is off and it's nice and clean, I'm gonna go ahead. Damn, it looks naked. But at least I don't have to worry about it in the future. And it's, at the end of the day, it was gonna rust out no matter what. So either way, she was coming off. All right, let's do the e-brake now. So let's take a quick look at the rear e-brake from 2003. Let's compare. And it's rusted, so I'm gonna do away with that. And we're gonna install some new rear shoes. And just to go over the hardware, check this out. We got some little Nissan springs. Oh, look at that, how beautiful. Yes, they're Nissan, look, it says it right there. All right, don't look too hard, I'm just kidding. But check it out, here goes the factory. Look at the give on that. I mean, wow. Now let's take a look at this here. I mean, I can't even get it to compress. So was this due for an upgrade? Definitely, without a doubt. I mean, look at this. This looks like it's gonna break in 2 seconds. This is a piece. So let's install our new Nissan springs and get this done. So here we go. Just grab a spring, grab one of the screws, and this attachment here. 1, 2, and 3. That way you can mount the brake on, and then we'll take it from there. Alright guys, so just a little up close real quick. I just wanted to show you guys where we at. Right here we just installed these two on both sides with the shoes, okay? After that, you put the top piece on, okay? Create a quick separation and then slide this piece in and compress it back. Now that you finish this part, you can go ahead and focus on installing the springs on the top and in the bottom. So for the bottom spring, you're gonna look for the double springed one, and that's gonna go right under here in these two holes, 1 and 2. Alright guys, and as you can see, the spring is facing on the upward section, not downward, so you may just need to flip it over in case you install it wrong. Hey, what's up? Good morning. All right. Hell yeah. All right, guys, and while we're on it as well, to avoid any noise coming from the shoes, don't forget to lube up the contact spots over here. So you have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on the other side the same way. Let me just tighten this one back up and get to the other side. Alright guys, I just wanted to remove a lot of the loose debris that was over here, and there was tons, let me tell you. But now we are clear and good to go. I just didn't want any of that debris falling into my brake system, so you know, just take a quick wire brush, or if you have a vacuum, even better, just and take everything out in one shot. But yeah guys, I just wanted to take that little extra precaution right there. And here we are with Power Stop, my favorite company. Brake pads, okay. All right guys, here she is. Hey, powder coated already. We're pretty much good to go. Oh, this is such a beauty. Again, with the 2 valves, so I gotta bleed it from both sides. That's gonna be fun. But yeah guys, there you have it. So of course, what was supposed to be a simple installation is now a little more complex because I need new bolts. These are rusted, especially at the tip. I don't know if you guys can see that. Anyway, now I gotta run to Napa and see if they have this. But if they don't have it, gotta go to AutoZone. And if they don't have it, gotta go to Home Depot. And if they don't have it, gotta go to Lowe's. I went through this when I was doing the front suspension. Now I'm doing this for the rear. Damn, this is bad. I'm not gonna mess up the threads on my new caliper. Yeah, guys, when modding an old car, sometimes you run through these things, man. So corny. But let's see what we can get. Alright guys, so unfortunately I had no luck. I went to Napa. I went to my local hardware store. I then went to Home Depot. Then I went to Lowe's. And no luck from none of them. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to do it, but I am re-threading my bolts. So here goes one that's extremely rusted. It's specifically rusted at the edge. Once you get the thread started, because I recently just did the other one. Once you get the thread started, it starts to go on pretty smooth. So it's not so bad, but honestly, I wanted to get a new one. But right now, I was like, you know what? For the time being, I'm just gonna go ahead and re-thread it with my special tool. It's a 12 by 1.25. And guys, in case you are interested in doing this job and you have a rusted 350Z like me, make your life easier by getting these bolts. That way, when you do the install, it's 1, 2, 3. Let me just go ahead and re-thread these. That way I can put them back on the car. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the bolt. A little bit of cutting oil. Bring it down. That's all you need, just a little bit. Then you grab your cutting tool. Put it on just a little bit. Boom. Put this to the on position. Slide it in. And there you go. And just keep going all the way around until it goes all the way in. It was mainly the top part that needed to be re-threaded, but there you go. She's nice and smooth now. And then just clean it off. And as you guys can see here, I already installed one. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put the other one there. Look at this beauty. So right now, I wish I would have done that 2.5 hours ago. Yeah, driving from one store to another over here, it takes time, and then looking for the part. But alright guys, let's get back to the install. I do have to tackle the other side, so before I begin, I'm gonna go ahead and put this side on pause because I do want to bleed the other side first, and I'll be right back. Being that you guys already saw the process. So yeah guys, in case you're gonna do this, I suggest you get the bolts to go with the kit. That way it could be a breeze. 1, 2, 3 install. You only spend an extra what, $6 or so to get the bolts. So alright guys, so I will be honest, last night after I finished re-threading those bolts, I went inside, had some dinner, and just hanged out with the lady last night. Took a little chill pill. But now we're back because also I was doing the e-brake and playing with it, and I got the perfect adjustment for myself. Alright guys, so yeah, in regards to my e-brake, I just wanted to show you real quick. I'm using my digital caliper to create some type of symmetry. I'm doing it even on both sides, and it's working out right now. But on each side, right in between the threads, I have a reading of about 3.7, and then for the top, I have a reading of about 26.9. So from here to here, these two little endpoints, and then this little thread right here, I just make sure that it's even on both sides. And yeah, it's fitting on nice and neat. I got about 8-9 clicks for my e-brake, so yeah, it's time to slap on these rotors and bleed the brakes finally. Alright guys, and real quick, let's check out the e-brake. So as I mentioned before, I have a little good 8 clicks or so. Ooh. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's getting hard right now. 8. We can try to push for 9. 9. Alright, so just 9 clicks. The 8th click is when it gets extremely hard. And there it goes. That's how it looks. So yeah guys, when I have my adjustment on, gives me a good 8 clicks or so. I'm satisfied with that. That's way better than before, because before I could just yank that thing all the way out. Alright, enough playing around with the e-brake. Let's get back to work. Alright guys, so before I ever install anything, I just like to make sure that the screws are aligned, the threads are good. Always just check to make sure everything bolts up before putting it on the car, because once it's on the car and you gotta mess with tight spaces and you're trying to wiggle that thing in, yeah, you don't want to be misthreading anything at all. So alright, cool, let's throw these calipers in the car, bleed them, and enjoy the day. Look at her. She is looking good, especially with those Nissan springs right there. Oh, what a beauty. I mean, you gotta enjoy this. Ooh, look at that. Huge in comparison to before. I mean, just look at the bracket alone. Look at this little thing. Look at that. Definitely an upgrade, without a doubt. But alright guys, we have it mounted now. I'm gonna go ahead and torque it down to 71 foot-pounds. Ideally, suggested, it says about, I think it was 53 to 71. Let's see. According to the specs, it says about 53 to 71 foot-pounds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put 70 pounds on mine. But at the end of the day, you know me, I torque down everything. So let's get to it and finish installing. Alright guys, boom. She's now torqued in, ready to go. Throw in the pads and everything. If you haven't seen my previous videos, pretty straightforward. Just like the front, you have to remove these two pins over here, and then you can slide this right out by pushing it that way, and then you just slide the pads in and you're good to go. So let's just complete the install, guys, and bleed it at the same time. And as you guys probably seen my previous video, like I said before, I'll just put a link up here, that way you guys can see it in case you want to see the bleeding process, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. But yeah guys, she is looking beautiful. I mean, all right guys, but let me just finish this up here, put in the brakes, and then we'll be good to go. Oh, she's all exposed. 2 pistons from 1 to 2. Yeah, I just doubled my chances of stopping even better. Love it. Alright, good. Here's my brake pads. Boom. Got some ceramics. Number 1. Number 2. What? Look at the size difference. That is funny. So, is there any metal back plating on any of them? That way I know that one goes to the rear. No, they're all the same. That makes our job a little more easier. Let me go get some brake grease. That way we can keep these brakes silent. Now where's my grease? I'll be back. Bam. Alright guys, so let's slide these in. Let's just grease them up. Alright guys, there you go. All the contacts. 1, 2, 3. Not for nothing, the one thing I love about these big brake kits is that they're so easy to change out the pads. It's like, once you get used to this, it's hard to go back, because all you do is just slide them in. Like, it's so easy. Let me just do one. Exhibit A. Okay. And you just put it in there. 1, 2. And you slide it in. And then it locks into place. And that's all it takes, guys. Like, once you have a kit like this, you're never gonna want to go back. It's like, for modification, it's unbelievably easy. I love it, let me tell you. It makes life a lot more easier. But alright guys, let's get back to it. Alright guys, and there you have it. It is now complete. She is done. I'm just gonna go ahead and bleed her up right now, but yeah, this is the install, guys. It's all done, all said and done. You know, I just want to take a quick moment to show you guys the setup for the shims in case you have a little heartache. I don't know if my actual camera caught everything because it died mid-session, but just in case, let me just go over that real quick. All right guys, so just to touch bases, this right here, this is how I have it set up. Part number's facing out, got my little pin right there, but this is the way it's set up. There you go. And not for nothing, it's a lot easier than the front. The rear is so much more easier. If you do the big brake hit on the back, you're gonna be ecstatic because it is not that hard like the front. The front shims alone were nothing like this one over here. This one over here is like 1, 2, 3, let me tell you. But, all right guys, now it's time to bleed it and finish her up. That is the install. All right guys, so here we are. This is the new vinyl tubing that I have for bleeding the rear brakes. Yes, unfortunately you're gonna have to get another tubing for the rear because it is slightly smaller than the front. As you can see, I now have 2. So the size for the rear is ID 0.17 and then the OD is 1/4. So yeah guys, I just wanted to tell you this real quick because I was just bleeding the brakes, came out beautiful. Not for nothing, this is a beautiful tight fit for the rear. It's like perfect. So if you guys can get a hold of some of this tubing, it'll be ideal. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and put everything together on the 350Z. I definitely hope that you guys enjoyed this content, or at least if it was helpful, because at the end of the day, this is why I make these videos, through the torture that sometimes come along with modding. So if I can help anybody out, hey, you're welcome. But alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the vlog here because I am pretty much done. We're good to go. Ooh, a wasp. Yeah, and then that'll be that. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. If you want to continue seeing the build come along, next I got, let me see here, I think it's the motor that I'm gonna tackle next. Yes, I'm gonna tackle the motor next, do a few power mods, and cover a few common oil leaks that happen on the car. Yes, of course, just as you've been watching my build, you know I like to take care of the foundation work before I do anything dramatic. Well, I don't do nothing dramatic. Well, before any modifications, I always like to make sure I have a strong foundation. So guys, if you like this build, you want to keep watching this build come along, you want to see me transform this beauty into an ultimate beauty, then stay tuned and smash that subscribe button. And like always guys, don't forget to hit that like button, support your boy. Let's get this video out there and let's help a few more brothers out and enjoy and have a good time together. Alright guys, so there you have it. And like always, think for the future, enjoy your present, and don't focus too much on the past. Peace. Oh, these old rusted things. Oh, that's nasty. So glad they came off. Oh my god. I can't wait to test drive these. Front and back is now done.